Yes, hello. This is the Mental Threads podcast. I'm here with Mr. State your name, sir?
Ray Montgomery.
Yes, Mr. Ray Montgomery. He's kind of like a hometown hero. I would say more like a neighborhood hero. Oh, snap. What the? Okay, yeah. More like a neighborhood hero. I thought there was a little blip in the system. Yeah, more like a neighborhood hero here in Charlotte, North Carolina on the eastern side. How long have you lived here in Charlotte, Mr. Ray?
I've lived here since January the 9th, 1967.
Oh, wow, 1967. Oh, so that was like a brick ago.
Yeah.
That was like, dang, the 60s?
In the 60s.
Wow, so you pretty much just been in Charlotte even before it was like a big, big city,
Oh,
basically.
yes. Before it was really big and everything.
Before they had the basketball team, the Hornets.
Well, the only thing they had here at that time was the ice hockey team over here at the old Bojangles Arena. Now, they did have minor league baseball.
Oh, like the Charlotte Knights? Was the Charlotte Knights there back then? Or was it called?
I think they were called the Charlotte Hornets then and everything. They were down off of South Boulevard at a field down there, and they were there for quite a while. Then they moved down to South Carolina, and then ownership changed and everything, and now they're there uptown and everything.
Oh, okay, so like they were like a minor league baseball team called the Hornets also.
Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of cool. Like, cause they're still keeping that whole Hornets nest theme
Yeah.
and everything. I think that's pretty amazing. Now, from what you told me, you were like a Navy SEAL or something like that.
No, I was a Navy air crewman. I enlisted in the Navy for February '66 at NAS Lakehurst, and I was sent to NAS Memphis for school and training. Came back to Lakehurst, and then when I came to Charlotte, I transferred to NAS Atlanta in Marietta, Georgia. I was there, and then I got to be had an opportunity to fly to be an air crewman in aircrafts. I was in a patrol aircraft that tracked submarines down and everything, and then they left. I was on transport planes where I was a flight attendant and the load master, and I've been to Europe so many times now, flying over there, and I had a real good time and made a lot of friends, and been Puerto Rico, Bermuda, a lot of places in the United States and everything.
Oh, and you used to make love to a whole lot of women too.
Well, I've tried,
He's being modest right now, but
yeah,
it is what it
yeah.
is. All right, cool. That's nice. So you never really had to shoot a weapon, have you?
I was trained to do it, but I never had to,
Oh, okay.
For defense or anything.
Oh, wow, that's actually pretty cool. So you pretty much had like all the perks of actually being with the people, but it's just
Yes.
not having this. Well, I have to like risk your life.
All that training and everything, I had it all and everything, and I had a wonderful career. I retired, and I get that check every month from the government.
Oh, wow, that's great. Well, I mean, that's cool. I mean, heck, I would always be like I wouldn't say like personally I'd be worried and everything about going into like the army or whatever, like if it had like World War III and everything like that. But it's just, I feel like I really had to prep myself and everything, especially nowadays. I try to learn some kind of martial arts or something like that. I'm trying to take boxing classes. What kind of type of martial arts they teach you?
Well, there were different things. I don't remember all the stuff. It was just self-defense and everything. Now, you know what you could do?
What?
You could be a wrestler. You could be a black Ric Flair. Woo!
I would think about. I would imagine myself like as a black Ric Flair or whatever, because it's like people paid to see him.
You could style and profile. You'd be jet plane flying, limo riding, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing. Woo!
I swear, Ric Flair was the GOAT though. Like I really was, man. He was like, and the crazy thing, he was actually born in Minnesota.
Minnesota. Then he was adopted.
Yeah, by his parents, the Flair was like a doctor.
He was adopted, and then he lived in Memphis. But no, I met Ric Flair a couple times. He's a nice guy and everything. So, yeah. He lived in Charlotte here.
Doesn't he still live here though?
No, he lives in Atlanta.
Oh, now he moved to Atlanta.
Yeah.
But Charlotte is always going to be Flair country.
Oh yeah.
For real. I thought it was so cool because, like, you look at the documentaries and everything, all the interviews from, like, Ric Flair. Ric Flair lived, like, a wild life.
Oh, he lived a wild
He used
life.
to drink a whole
Oh
lot.
Lord, he'd leave a wrestling match with a 6-pack of beer. He'd go down the road drinking, throwing the cans out and everything. Back in them old days, and you couldn't do it today.
Oh yeah, man. I mean, yeah, it was crazy though. The '80s, that was a crazy time. Cause like one of my favorites, like Ricky Steamboat, like Ricky Steamboat, Randy Savage, obviously. Everybody like Hulk Hogan. I like Iron Sheik just a little bit better, cause like especially nowadays, he's really funny. But yeah, Ric Flair was like that main guy. And it's just like, people like to say, oh, it was Hulk Hogan because, like, yeah, he made it like.
Well, there was another good one, Dusty Rhodes.
Yes, Dusty Rhodes.
Dusty Rhodes, the American dream, too sweet to be sour.
Yeah, he did great promo work too, and he actually helped a lot of wrestlers on the way too.
Like his son's a wrestler now.
Yeah, Cody Rhodes.
Cody
yes,
Rhodes,
yes, but it's like that. WWE doesn't allow him to use his whole name. He just goes by just Cody.
Oh yeah,
and everything.
No,
it's
the damn site. No, that's the trip.
And Goldust too. Yes, Goldust is pretty bizarre.
We had a lot of wrestlers live here in Charlotte and everything. Let me think who it was.
I know Tessa Blanchard, Tully Blanchard.
Tully Blanchard.
Yeah.
He lived over there. He's lived in Charlotte, and I don't know if he still does or not. But we had a lot of people that lived in this area here.
I bet wrestling was so fun back then.
Oh, it was fun back then. Yeah. The Park Center every Monday night down there, they had wrestling, and once a month over here at the old Coliseum, it was a trip, man. You ought to see them. People come in there. Oh, it was a trip, man. It was a trip for them and everything. I took my grandson one time. We looked up and had next to ringside seats, and Ric Flair and Ricky Steamboat was wrestling. Well,
that was wonderful, man.
Ric Flair threw Ricky Steamboat out of the ring, and then they got back and he got fighting and everything. He come home. He told his mama, Ric Flair threw Ricky Steamboat out of the ring and whooped his ass. Grandson got an ass whooping.
I bet that was an amazing experience just to see them in their primes and everything.
Yeah.
Like we got some amazing wrestlers now. I don't know if you keep up with the current product, but we also got I know you know about the Wild Samoans, correct?
No.
The Wild Samoans, Sika and Alpha.
No.
Dang, I know you know about maybe Rocky Johnson.
No, I don't. I just don't follow that stuff that much anymore. Every once in a while, I'm just.
Oh, they're from older time. That's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying.
No, I don't remember them. No.
Oh, okay, then probably you're just more familiar with the NWA type.
Well, I did and
the territories
and the other stuff. But
like Junkyard Dog and everything.
Oh yeah. No, it just. It was just a crazy era back then and everything. So, I enjoy it. But things have changed. Plus, I'm older now and everything. And 74 years old. I just want to stay the hell home.
Oh yeah, no. It still comes on TV.
Oh yeah, I know it's on there and everything. And I
just can't get into it.
My life has changed a lot and everything. So, I just like to see these younger kids. Young kids starting out in the neighborhood now, and I tell them all about the little ladies out there that wanting your service and everything. But be sure, you'll drive the girls silly if you cover that willy.
I mean, that's just one of the many quotes. I bet you got hundreds of them.
Oh, well, I got a few and everything, Be a man, cover that land, wrap that rascal, there'll be no hassle. Cool, man. It's just a trip. But,
I think it was like a whole different time, like before the whole AIDS epidemic, just having sex. I bet.
Oh, Lord, yes. Oh, yeah.
You ain't got to worry about too much back then, except having a kid, and that was it. But now it's just like...
It's just, like I got my little buddy Trey Sean there. Tell everybody, say, I took him to the drugstore, showed him where the family planning center was. I says, those are the things that you need to put on your willy, you drive 'em silly. Just little things that I could help some of these younger people. You know, people have had older folks that helped me and everything. I just want to help these younger ones and see what I could do with them and everything too.
Oh yeah, I think you helped one of my friends. Like, you remember Trevin, right? He was a little bit of lighter skin and everything. I think didn't he like carry his girl here to your house? I think one time. Okay, yeah, I think he told me about that and everything. He said he really appreciated.
Oh yeah. Well, they knew this was the Motel 6,
Motel
and they
6.
had I had the boom boom room reserved for them and everything.
That's very, very, very nice of you to do so and everything. Yeah,
Well, they need a place and everything. So,
yeah, man. I know sex must have been wild for you though, especially from different countries and everything. Like I feel like you probably had like the sex life that like most men probably dream about. Like, am I being in all the countries and everything?
Oh, I was saying I've been. Let's see.
Puerto Rico.
Oh, I've been to Puerto Rico, Bermuda, Spain, France, Italy, Sicily, Greece.
Oh, okay, yeah. I know Greek women, like, they're very ably bodied.
Oh, yeah. They all are out of that Greek, Spanish, French, you know. You talk to stuff, you talk to trash, you'll get some ass.
Like that trash, get some ass. Another quip from Mr. Charles Montgomery. It's Charles Montgomery, right?
No, Ray.
Ray Montgomery.
Ray Montgomery, yeah.
I know where I'm getting Charles. I'm thinking about The Simpsons. That's the boss.
That's all right. That's all
Homer
right.
Simpson's
That's
boss.
All right. That's all right. Now that I got older, I lived in the neighborhood. I got active in 2004 with the neighborhood association, and then I got to become president for 4 years of the neighborhood association. And I had another fellow take it over. You know, I was tired of the messing you had to do, and I said, I'll help you. I said, I'm just tired, and then, but I'm still on the board of directors with the neighborhood association, and you know, I just try to help out and see what's going on and everything, help the people out, and then, you know, it'll be 6 years on the 6th, which is tomorrow, I believe. I lost my wife, and
dang, it's been 6 years already.
It's 6 years. 9/6/15.
Dang, 9/6. Yeah, on 2015. Okay, yeah. Because I remember you told, like, me and my moms who were out standing out in front of the house that you pulled the plug and everything.
Yeah, we, I went to see her, she was there in the hospital. I spent the night with her, and they, after the surgery, but she didn't wake up that night. And I had the same surgery with my hip. And I woke up in a couple of hours. Well, the nurse came. I said, Nurse, I don't know what's going on, but she didn't wake up. She goes over there and checked my wife out, and she said she called for more help and had me get out of the room. And then they took her to the intensive care, and I couldn't see her for a while. Then I went to see her, and they were telling me, I said, okay. I said, I got to go home. I called my family and tell them about her, and I'll be back. And I went back, and there was, you know, it was still touch and go. She didn't wake up. I said, oh, Lord, I got to go back house. Call me, you know, if you need if there's anything happen. So my grandson got here Saturday night, and we went up Sunday morning. When I was up there Sunday morning, there was a doctor that saw my wife before when she had a stroke in 2012, and said that there's no hope. I said, well, okay. I said, well, let's just pull all the stuff and let her go and everything. I didn't want her to suffer and take up a bed for maybe somebody that really wouldn't need it, you know. And I said, you know, so we came home, and then I got a call, and they said she's dying. I rushed back up there, and then I was with her when she took her last breath. And then I went to the funeral home the next day, and we prepared for her funeral, and we did that. So I'm not by myself. Well, I'm not by myself now. I was, and I was lonesome, and then I adopted a dog, a beagle. I got her because her name was Judy, my wife's name. Then 2 months later, I got her a boyfriend, and his name was Mike. And so they've been with me, and they keep me going.
Well, that's although it's still pretty sad at points. It's still very do I say uplifting? Yeah, to just keep kind of pushing. I know it's like 6 years. That's a long time, man.
I am not interested in another woman for, the woo 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 woo. Oh, I'm friends with women and everything, and that's it, But I just can't wait for the day I meet her in the sky, and we'll go to the heavenly bedroom.
I'm sure she can't wait for sure, man. Like 6 years is a very long time, man. How long were y'all married for?
Oh, geez. Well, oh, Lord, when we got married in 91, but we got together in 78.
Oh.
We practiced marriage for a while.
I bet. So always got to have that practice trial.
Yeah.
Always got to have that practice
That's it. I'm getting by. I like my neighborhood here. I'm going to stay here, and the people that I know and see, I can talk to them. They walk down the street and everything, and it's just a trip.
It's just a trip. Definitely a trip for sure, man. And like, how did you meet your wife again? I think you told me the story, but it's like it's still kind of hazy on me.
I met her at a honky tonk downtown.
Like the honky tonk man?
A honky tonk.
Oh, okay.
Beer joint, country music, where your belly rub. You get out there and you belly rub. She rubs her belly against you, you rub your belly against her, and when things get hard and things get right, woo, it's dynamite.
It's definitely dynamite, for sure.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's great. That's great. So it's like that was bumping and grinding for y'all, basically.
Oh yeah,
the R&B music we got.
That's yep.
And what made you like? By the way, what's your birthday?
February 19th, 1947.
Okay, I'm trying to think. Are you a Pisces or an Aquarius? Like, I think you're a Pisces. Yeah.
I don't know what I'm a redneck.
Okay. Redneck. Okay, that's all right. When's your wife's birthday?
Oh, jeez, I forget right now. I'd have to look it back up. I don't remember.
Okay, but you would say probably in the spring, maybe.
Oh, jeez,
the winter.
I think it was in January. I'd have to, a lot of that stuff. I just don't remember. I've got it all back on file and everything. So,
okay.
That's it. No, after my wife died and everything, I got her stuff settled, taken care of. I had a will drawn up again, and for me, I paid for my farewell party and everything. All my funeral expenses are all paid and everything. Now, do you want me to tell me? I'll tell you something else now. If you really want me to get going, see, she wasn't supposed to die first. I was.
What made you say that, sir?
Because me being in the Navy, I wanted to be buried at sea.
Oh, okay.
See, and so what we could do, a cheap way to bury me at sea was she'd take my ashes, put her in her douche bag, run me through that sweet thing one more time, flush the commode. Man, I'd head down to the Catawba River, and then I'd head to the ocean.
That's an interesting way to go. I have no words. I just like, okay, like I'm just trying to like, all right, but that was the plan. You both agree on it, basically.
Oh yeah. Well, no, that was just the thing that I was saying. Now, she wanted to be cremated. I wanted to be cremated. Her sister was cremated. Her daughter was cremated. My parents were cremated. I don't want to take up no space in the ground.
Oh really? Not even as like a Navy too. I mean, you're pretty important.
No, I don't want to take up any space in the ground. Just cremate me and then just scatter my ashes, which now my ashes, and I have her ashes in here. When I die, they're going to be taken to Hickory Grove, South Carolina, and spread on the ground down there where she was from.
Okay, that's cool. That's such a weird. I don't know what. Trying to figure out like how to die. Like for my case, I don't know. Like it's more like a multiple choice. Like it just depends on what my budget is at the time.
Well,
Like if I get cremated, I know cremated is like the cheapest way to go, right?
it's great. It is. It is the cheapest way to go. Now, when you pay for the caskets and all this other stuff, that's the money. But if that's what you want, that's what you get and everything.
Okay, well that's nice. For me, I don't really know like how I'd want to be like buried. I know like I went to like those spiritual guys, the people to be reading like crystal balls and whatnot, but they get like tarot cards and stuff like that. Like I asked like how long like because people in my family are very long lived. Keep in mind, like I know my great grandmother's still alive, still living. That's Ebola, that's civil wars in Liberia. That's all bad. But she just didn't give a fuck. Anyway, but for me, it's just like apparently they're saying like I might live. Well, I might. I mean, they say I'm going to live near something like 80 to 90 years old. So like pretty long life.
Well, you got that there. You live that long, but then you have to worry about how your body is going to be and everything. I've got problems. I got to be real careful for a lot of the stuff that I do because after my wife died one Sunday morning, I got the newspaper, got my coffee, and then I went to the reading room, would dump and read the paper. Well, I came out of there, I coughed, I blacked out, and I fell into my closet. And my whole right side, I fractured, they said, I fractured the T12 in my back. But then comes up, my hip started hurting me, my knee, and my shoulder. So after I got through with my hip, with the T12 being, having it, not rehabbed or rehabbing it and everything, and then I had knee surgery, hip surgery, and shoulder surgery. And I'm scared now. I have to be real careful about getting up and everything now. And like I've got the grab bars over here. Just old age is setting in on me.
Oh yeah, well dang, I know it ain't easy for my grandfather either. He doesn't live too far. I think he lives around the corner.
Yeah.
And everything. I'll probably find times I could probably visit him today while I'm in town. But it's just like, yeah, man. But the thing about my grandpa, he came here during the 80s and everything. Y'all was pretty wild in the 80s. Yeah. So it's just like, I don't know what he's done and everything. But I feel like that might have taken a toll on him. Plus, he'd been smoking cigarettes since he was like 15.
Well, that's one thing. I smoked a lot, but I hadn't had a cigarette since Father's Day of 2000.
Father's Day of 2000. Okay.
Because I had a cough down there in South Carolina in Rock Hill, blacked out, and totaled a conversion van. And then I came home and I smoked a little bit, but then I went to the doctor, and the doctor, he checked me out and he says, I'm going to tell you something. Your lungs are like shit.
Dang.
He says, well, you need to quit. I said, well, yeah. I said, chew celery. I said, okay. I said to myself, well, I'm going to go home and have one more cigarette when I get out of here. I never did. When I walked out of that doctor's office, I never had another cigarette.
I mean, it'd be like that. I know for my grandpa, he got a stroke. And that rocked him like some years ago and everything, It's just, that was just what they did. Like, he always smoked cigarettes and everything, since like I was a kid. So like when I smell like cigarette smell and nicotine, it just, I don't know, I just feel at home because I think about my grandfather and my grandpa's house.
The people have really given up on cigarettes. You don't see them hardly in the stores anymore. They're just got a little counter for cigarettes and stuff. So,
People still smoke.
Oh, they still smoke and everything.
Just not as much.
Not as much, and then you're restricted to where you can smoke and everything, So it's just those things. So.
It's just I don't know. My advice, I don't know. I'm just more like a weed and drink type of guy. Like it's just like drinking and everything. Like I know
Oh
I was
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah. I mean, scotch water right now.
yeah, I used to like sneak into my mom's little mini fridge and I would just drink like so much of her wine and everything. But sometimes I would overdo it and it would be like a little bit like I had to put water in it. It's like why does my wine like taste all watery? I know it was you, and it's just like I don't know. It never really. I've never been blackout drunk. Ever. It's just I just can't.
Well, I've been that way, and then I just know I have my drinks here. My drink, I don't drive nowheres. Nowheres. I know that. I know my limitations and everything, on what to do. At nighttime, I'm real careful about where I go and everything. I'm not going to go far. I could get to the hospital if I have to. But I just try to stay right in the neighborhood, and I don't go far at all. And I'm just careful. It's just my age has caught up with me, and I just, yeah, I don't know. I probably, since all this stuff started, the farthest I've been from here is up to Concord, just past the hospital, at a rehab place to see a friend of mine that was in the hospital for an extended time, and then down Independence Boulevard to Mint Hill Matthews Road, and then I've been down below South Park at Sharon Road West. And I just haven't been far at all. I'm staying here, and I try to, with what's going on and everything, plan my trips and where I got to go, so maybe I can make 2 or 3 stops in one trip, with the price of gasoline that it was, what is going on. I just have to watch it and everything.
Yeah, no, I feel that for sure and everything. Because I've seen cases where people just go overboard and everything. And it'd be like, I'm more like a gin type person, like a Sagram's black gin and everything. Like where it's like the alcohol content is pretty big. Like that's my go-to, like mixing in with drinks and stuff like that. Because then it's just like, while the alcohol content is very heavy, you can still mix it in with like a juice or whatever. And then just, you can have some. But it's just like, I just never really saw the point of really just getting blackout drunk anyway. Because it's like, I don't know, it takes a lot for me to even get drunk, let alone blackout drunk. It's just like, it's good to get teed up and everything with your friends. But it's just like, but that's just to be social and everything. Just to like, just look out. But not like to the point where you're just regurgitating it out and then you got to be taken care of and then someone has to baby you. Like, I don't like that. I like to be in full control.
When I was younger, we did all that crazy shit and everything. But I'm just too old, and I just want to be here and just be careful.
Just be careful. Ain't nothing wrong with being a little bit careful, for sure. I know we're reaching a little bit to like I wouldn't say the time limit. It's like usually I wrap it up like around in the next like maybe in the next 2-3 minutes and everything. So it's just like I'm trying to figure out what more questions to ask and everything. We could probably extend it for like a couple more minutes and everything.
Whatever you think.
So it's like, I know you've had a whole lot of crazy stories, like, when you're in the Navy. What were some like crazy stories? Like things like, it's just like, like why you couldn't believe that happened type stuff.
Oh man, I just can't hardly remember that now. I really can't.
Oh, that's nothing wrong.
That's I had a good life in there and everything. I just can't remember that. Nothing that was really dangerous or anything.
Okay. Well, would you say overall that you lived like a pretty good life, like just decent life, just satisfied?
Yeah, I believe I lived a good, decent life. Conserved on my money. I was at my financial advisor last month to go over all the stuff and everything, and I'm gonna live comfortable and everything.
That's nice. That's pretty nice and everything. I'm like 23 and everything. And like, yeah, sure. Like I have my fun here and there and everything. But it's like, I feel like I'm at that transitional period where it's just like, you're still like a kid to the same time.
You are. You gotta keep your supply of the willy wrappers and stuff like that. But then once you start doing stuff, you need to start thinking about saving money for the future.
Yeah, man, I'm really shitty with money right now, man. I'm at a shitty money place right now, but that's just me. But it's something I overcome.
No. Well, that was it. My father gave me 200 shares of AT&T stock And this was way back when, and I've reinvested all my dividends. And now, I don't want to say what I'm worth. I'm just going to brag, but it's paid off, everything. I've never taken any money back from it or what, and so I'm in good shape and everything.
Oh, okay, well that's amazing. That's great. That's cool that you know you lived a pretty great life, pretty satisfying life. You know, you're here in this pretty decent neighborhood. This is a pretty.
The neighborhood has gotten better, and I'm just really it's just been a trip and everything, and it's come along with the prices of the houses. You know, I can tell you that house over there sold for $220,000.
Ah,
They flipped it and it sold for $380,000.
I can see like it looks like one of those modern homes and everything.
Well, they redid it all and everything. They redid it. And, and then that house next door to me was flipped. Houses up the street here, a couple of houses up here were flipped that I know of, and just stuff and everything.
Oh, yeah, cool. That's great. That's
Now,
really
people
great.
want to buy my house, but I ain't selling it.
Not
Where the
yet.
hell am I going to go?
Oh yeah, no. If you wouldn't even consider going to like retirement homes and stuff like
Well,
that.
maybe later, but
later. Just not
you know,
now.
not right now. I've got a guy comes cuts the grass for me. I can't do a lot of stuff like I used to, and you know, he cuts the grass for me, and he lives in the neighborhood. He cuts grass over there, that house there, and then house up the street is one of his, and so you know, I'm happy with that, and it gives me a good price, and we go from there. So you know, I'm just happy with it all, and you know, I just I really got too much house for me, but I'm not going to give it up.
Okay, well, ain't nothing wrong with it. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Keeping your stuff. I know,
Now,
like,
I got the boom boom room at Motel 6.
no. perhaps one day maybe.
This I used to name it a long time ago. It was the Sudbury Sheridan.
Oh, the sub. Oh, like Sheridan Motels. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. I remember. I think I lost my virginity. Yeah, it was at an extended stay. Yeah, it was one woman. I think she was from Ohio. She was just visiting Charlotte for a little bit. I think I met her at what is it, like the Ichiban Grill right next door and stuff like that. It was like an Ichiban. It was like a buffet like right next door.
You know, there's so many places now, and I haven't gone out a whole lot. I forget where all the stuff is at and everything.
Well, I definitely fed her the
Oh,
the king size
oh.
chocolate bar. What is that what you call it?
You gave her Snicker bar sex?
Yes,
big,
Mr. Ray.
it's thick, it's covered with chocolate, and it's packed with 2 big nuts.
Yes. It was, she got her delivery first.
She got a delivery.
Definitely. It was like a one night stand situation. I ain't never seen her after that though. Like I think about her a lot. Like from time to time, she was really mad
Did
cool.
she let you suck on her M&Ms?
Yes, definitely. Yes, that was probably,
Milkers and milkers?
Yeah, but she had C cups though. That was crazy and everything. Like, but it's like on her because she was a little bit shorter. It looked like D cups, but it was just like But yeah, she was like, but she was mad cool. Very mad cool.
That's good.
I always think I even had to go to that spiritual guy to say, will I ever meet her again? Like maybe when I just bumping her at a Harris Theater or something like that. She's like, oh, nah, you ain't never gonna meet her see her again. I'm like, oh. Okay, well, sorry. And she just had a very cool vibe to her. But it's like, but anyway, thank you. I know we're reaching pretty close to 33 minutes. Do you have any final words to say?
I just want to say thank y'all. Y'all have a good day now, and everybody be careful and be happy.
Be careful and be happy. That's the message of the day. Any message for any of us young cats out here just living life?
What would I say? Yeah, if you're hungry, eat more pussy.
All right. Yes, definitely. If you're hungry, most nutritious meal of the day. Pussy. All right. Cool. Thank you very much,
All right.
Mr. Ray Montgomery. Thanks.
Take
All right,
care now.
All right.